You're listening to the Mobcast Network.
Hello, cultists.
Hello. Was that to me, or was that to the other people?
We're not cultists.
Oh.
You are cultists. We're all cultists.
I thought we're cult leaders.
Well, they're still cultists.
No, us.
No, I'm saying we're all still cultists. We all still follow the same cult.
Hello.
I kind of like being a cult leader.
No, you are a cult leader, but a cult leader is in
All
the
cult
cult.
leaders are cultists.
That's right.
But not all
Cult
cultists
leaders
are
are cult leaders.
Okay, cool.
So you got that. You follow.
I understood the first time. I like to be called a cult leader.
She doesn't go by cultist.
Anyway, I was talking to our audience.
My bad.
So, welcome to our little cult meeting. A mini meeting, between our last show and to the next show. So we're going to talk about a couple things that are happening in the world, and we're going to, we're also going to talk about what we're going to watch next week, so you guys can prepare to see a neat movie.
Sounds great.
So I hope y'all enjoyed Child's Play. I hope you enjoyed the episode. No one made any comments, so I guess we were awesome.
Of course we were.
So, but remember, we like your comments. We want your comments. We want to talk about your comments. It helps this mini show go a lot better. So, first up, I want to talk about celebrity news, and just want to talk briefly about something. So, are you two aware of a fellow from Canada named Justin Bieber?
Never heard of him.
I have heard of him, and I know exactly where you're going with this.
So, Justin Bieber, for those who don't know, was a YouTube sensation who became a huge pop star. He's very, very popular.
He started on YouTube.
Yeah, he started on YouTube. He is world famous, decent singer, handsome young man. Weird.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I mean, he's not my taste, but
He does okay with the ladies
Right.
for reasons besides his looks.
well,
80s ladies 14 and younger.
Yeah.
well,
The children.
for some reason, he has decided to call out Tom Cruise to a fight.
For real?
For real, he wanted to fight Tom
I wanna
Cruise.
watch it.
He threatened. He wanted to bring him in on an octagon and fight him.
Tom Cruise will kill him.
I don't know.
Which I don't like Tom Cruise. I don't know if I have a thing about Tom Cruise, and I'm not saying that I will not watch his movies, because there's some of his movies that I thoroughly enjoy.
What's your favorite Tom Cruise movie?
Oh, that's really hard, because there's several. I like The Last Samurai.
Top Gun.
Top Gun was good, but I was more of a Val Kilmer person.
I have never seen Top Gun.
Are you kidding me?
I've never seen it.
You know they're doing a remake.
I know. Well, it's not a remake. It's like a sequel.
I feel so clueless
That's
to the
what I mean.
world. Everything that has come up, I have felt.
That's why you're the
shocked by.
neophyte.
Legend.
Yeah, Legend, which is on the list for things for us to do on the
Right.
show.
There's several movies where I thought he did really well in. I don't like him though. However,
What did he do to you?
I dislike Justin Bieber more than I dislike Tom Cruise. So I would love to see this fight.
I don't think Tom Cruise can win it. I just don't, because
You know he does most of his own stunts,
yeah,
right?
but he's also like 2 foot tall.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's tiny. He's a tiny
He's
man.
like 5'4", 5'5".
He's a tiny man.
Well, he's taller than me. So, I mean,
he's a tiny
but
man.
Is Bieber tall?
Yeah, Bieber's taller than him, and younger. So he's got.
Do you have that? Do you have that information?
I will. We'll keep talking, and I will come up with Bieber
Okay.
stats.
Wait a
I feel
minute
like
now.
he's short too.
I just want to say that I am only 5'4", and every fight that I've been in has been with a bigger person, and I have won.
Well done.
What was your last fight?
Yeah, I would like to know this as well.
Oh, it was a few years ago at a bar.
So I mean,
Man, woman, who started it?
This particular one was a female, and I almost put her head through a window. It was glorious.
Justin Bieber is 5'9".
Still not crazy tall. What? He's got 5 inches on Tom Cruise.
Let's see what Tom Cruise's actually height is, or what his reported height
It's
is.
like 5'6". I don't know. He lies probably.
I think he does too, because I think he's like 2 foot tall.
He's not too big.
Tom Cruise according to the internet, Tom Cruise's height is 5'7". I don't believe that.
That's a lie.
I don't believe that. I have heard stories of him standing on apple boxes with his female co-stars.
Yeah, he's about maybe 5'5", 5'6".
I think he's 2 feet tall. I think Peter Dinklage is taller than him. Honestly, I think Tom Cruise is mostly CGI.
That's amazing.
So
But if that's the case, then he could also probably win.
You think CGI Tom Cruise would beat
Well, yeah,
Justin Bieber?
'cause half of him's a robot.
I still think, let's go back to that. He performs the majority of his own stunts. He's in shape. Justin Bieber drinks a lot, does a lot of drugs, doesn't look like he's really, all that together.
That's okay, because that gives him crazy on his side.
Crazy can be unpredictable, though.
Right, he'd just be like a wildcat.
And Tom Cruise has played a samurai, is that correct?
Yes, he has.
And a vampire.
Well, then I feel like he's more disciplined, perhaps.
And
Perhaps.
Yeah.
He
And
also
Jack-
belongs to a cult, by the way.
Yes, he does. His own special cult.
No, it is officially a church. It has more members than us.
Okay, we'll call it a church.
That's what.
There are air quotes.
No,
around his
legally,
church.
it's a church. By the federal government, it's a church. We don't qualify for that yet.
Not yet.
We're working on it. We're working on trying
We're
to.
going to need to get some more of those comments, people.
Yeah, we need to get more followers.
All we need is to qualify to be nonprofit, and we're there.
And then tenements and things like that. We don't have any of those, except enjoying weird movies.
Well, we have internet attendance.
We do. We have some internet attendance. Yes, we do.
Remember when Peter from the Family Guy created his own church?
No,
He did. He created the Church of the Fonz.
I can believe that. Henry Winkler is a delight, by the way.
He really is.
If you hear
also tiny.
Yeah, also Tony. If you ever hear any interviews or listen to a podcast with Henry Winkler, I would love to get him on the show just to talk about anything but Happy Days. I would talk to him for 90 minutes about Waterboy. I would. I
I
would.
honestly don't know who that is. I'm slowly piecing it together.
Have you seen Waterboy?
Yes.
He's the coach.
Okay.
At least you've seen Waterboy.
It
That's
has been a while, but I have seen it.
I watched it recently. It was on television. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So, I think Bieber wins, but you both are on Tom Cruise's side?
Yes.
All right. We'll find out if this happens. We had new movies this week. Do you know what the number one movie of the week was?
I would guess Dark Phoenix.
No.
Really?
No, it did not. I mean, it was number 2. It wasn't as bad as
Godzilla.
Godzilla was number 1 last week. It tumbled to number 4 this week.
4's a good number.
The Secret Life of Pets Part 2.
Yes, it is number 1. $47 million this week.
High five to me.
Followed by Dark Phoenix at $33 million, which is probably all it's going to make. Aladdin number 3, Godzilla, then Rocket Man. John Wick fell to number 7, which made me sad.
John Wick was amazing.
John Wick could both take Tom Cruise and Justin
All
Bieber.
of those John Wick movies have been amazing. I haven't seen the newest one. But
Yeah,
the
the
others
John
have
Wick
been
3 is
great.
good. You should see it.
This is my favorite one. The third one is by far my favorite John Wick film.
Really? Normally they get worse with each one.
No, these get better.
I mean, I felt that way with the second, but
No, this one's amazing.
I like it. I really do. But a friend of mine saw it this weekend and came back and reported Monday that he loved it, but it was, in his words, exhausting. And I was like, you know what? By the time I watched it all, I was tired. And I didn't do anything except watch it. I'm just wore out. I felt bad for Keanu. And so...
Do you think he could win against Bieber?
Yes, totally.
What if he took Bieber and Cruz at the same time?
But he's got it.
Easy.
Especially if there's a dog, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If dog in the background, he's like, oh, how much for that puppy in the window? And he only says 5 things in the entire trilogy. It's great. So I was a pause there. I don't know. I was going somewhere, and I was going.
don't know. I was just thinking about the movie, and I didn't know if we were done talking.
No,
about
keep
John
talking,
Wick,
yeah.
But what cracked me up was when I realized, and it took me most of the movie to realize that the Asian assassin was the dude
Oh, the Iron
from
Chef.
Iron Chef.
The Iron Chef, yeah.
the chairman from the Iron
He's
Chef.
been in a lot of movies.
Oh, I know he's an actor, but I didn't realize that the dude from the Iron Chef was an actor. I thought it was like a real chef.
He thought he was the Iron Chef.
I really thought he was
Or the
the
chairman.
Iron Chef. So when I finally realized who it was, I cracked up.
I haven't seen the Iron Chef.
Ever?
So, no.
All right, I like the Japanese version more than I like.
Oh, there's a Japanese version?
Yeah, start
and
as a yeah, start
okay.
as a, and I
Do we
remember
just steal everybody else's show?
typically
Yes.
that's what we do, including this podcast.
Oh, cool.
Was a
So
Japanese
we're just in line.
right? It was a Japanese podcast before we started it.
I'm going to Japan in a few weeks.
Oh, I can't wait to hear about your Japanese adventures. But so Iron Chef is a show to explain to Jestina
Yes, please.
where two chef challengers have a secret ingredient that they have to cook with. And so they don't know what it is, and they have like an hour to cook like 4 or 5 dishes. And then they're judged on how good they are.
I mean, they don't know what it is the entire time they're cooking?
No, it's revealed. Like suddenly it's like, all right, you're going to cook with chicken or...
I got you. Okay.
Or-
But it's usually something weird like squid or, fungus or something disgusting. But they have to make an appetizer, a couple of dishes, and a dessert with it.
So...
A dessert with squid?
Oh, no,
I've done
even
that.
better. My favorite episode
It's happened.
is the octopus episode.
Oh, God.
And it's horrifying because they have live octopuses and they have to... Or
Is it
octopi?
octopi?
Octopi, yeah. They have live octopi that they don't make alive anymore, and it's gruesome. And,
How do they do that?
they did lots of different ways, and
I mean, you can't really cut its head off.
they
Well, you can.
threw the tentacles into the pot, and the tentacles kept moving, and it was creepy.
Is that like those dishes you see where they pour the stuff on it and it keeps moving after?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Nope.
Nom 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 nom.
Japan's also good about like it's an island culture, and they have fish is a big deal in their diet. And I've seen where they will serve you fish with its like face, and like you get to eat, like it watches you eat.
I'm going to take pictures of everything I eat over there and send them to you guys.
Oh, awesome!
Yes, please.
Awesome.
We'll talk about that.
So I don't know if I can. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a meat eater, and I just don't know if I could, like, if I'm having a cow and it's cow face right there, I just can't. I don't know if I could do it.
What about pork with an apple in its mouth?
See, I don't do that either because I'm bothered by that.
Is it because you can't eat the apple? I would be bothered by the fact that I couldn't eat the apple.
Why
Well, the apple would be cooked, so you could eat the apple.
You could eat the apple.
Just kidding. I'm okay with this.
Women and eating apples that doomed our society, right?
We're helping society. I don't.
That's
We're
true.
keeping the doctor away. Okay.
So yeah, so that's Iron Chef. So there's clips on YouTube. I'll post some in the if I can find the octopus clip, I'll post it in our show notes on the website. So it's something to behold.
Anyway, back to this week's movies.
Oh, that was it, brother. This week there were like
that was
5. We're not talking about all 10 because no one cares. I thought it was interesting that I knew Secret Life of Pets would win. So Dark Phoenix was a movie that we will talk about next time because
I'm going to go see it
you're going to see
tonight.
it tonight. But I have
I'm sure
Thoughts?
I will also have thoughts.
I have thoughts.
I will not, but I will comment.
I'm glad you will comment.
Yeah, I'm here.
Have you seen any X-Men movie?
I actually never got into the X-Men movies.
Okay.
I enjoy their tie-in with, not Daredevil. What is? Okay, don't tell me. I'm gonna figure this out.
All right.
Wears red. He's angry all the time. Don't tell me.
Daredevil's red and angry.
That's not Daredevil though. It's the vulgar one. It's Ryan Reynolds. I got this.
Oh yeah.
I got this.
I know.
Oh gosh. Okay, it's a D though, right?
Right. First letter D. Sounds like not alive. What's another word for not alive?
Dead.
All right.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Dead.
Why can I not get
Ready?
this?
What's his
I
last
love
name?
this so much.
Right. Second word. It's hot and you wanted something refreshing to swim in.
Oh, Deadpool.
Yay!
God bless her.
I'm so glad we have a
That
Jestina on the
hurts
show.
So bad because I love that movie. I
So
love
glad
all
we have
of them
Jestina on the show.
so much.
Justina's my favorite part.
God.
See, and this is why we encourage all listeners to our cult. Even if you may not
Like
have.
never seen a movie. Like
Yeah,
what is the
it's
Flickr
fine.
show? I don't
It's
know.
Fine. This is great.
I'm really disappointed with the fact that I had seen that movie and still didn't know what it was called. It's fine.
What?
It's okay.
Deadpool's a good movie, yeah.
It is. So I've enjoyed the tie-ins with X-Men and Deadpool,
Right.
but I haven't seen X-Men.
You're not missing much.
Okay, good.
They're, for me personally, I'm a huge X-Men fan. Like for the comics, I'm a diehard X-Men fan. Like if I'm going to buy comics, that's what I try to read. Overall, I'm not happy with the entire franchise. There's some X-Men movies I like. I like Logan. I like
He's
first.
the one with the claws.
Yes,
right?
he's
Okay,
the
cool.
Wolverine guy.
See? Look, guys.
Look at you. I like X-Men First Class.
He's also in The Greatest Showman. He's great.
I have problems with that movie.
We're not gonna do that. Don't do it. Don't break it for me.
I love that movie too. It's okay.
P.T.
Justina.
Barnum was a terrible man.
It doesn't matter. The
P.T.
show
Barnum was
fantastic.
terrible.
The show
None
is
of that happened.
amazing. There's a-
Don't.
It's like
watch
making
it
Adolf Hitler-
based off of him. Just watch it based off of a fun movie.
It's like making Adolf Hitler a good guy. It's just terrible.
It's springtime for Hitler and Germany.
Oh. And I like Days of Future Past, but I like the special edition Road Cut. Other than that, the rest of them I could take
So
or
do
leave.
you think that the comics just didn't translate into film very well?
I just don't think they wanted to translate them. They were like, these people have powers. We'll group them together, and we'll just. I think they based the movies around the wrong people.
I have to agree. Number one, there are a lot of X-Men. There are a lot of X-Men
ton of
teams.
mutants.
There are a lot of different teams that happened in different timelines.
Right, I could name 100
There are-
X-Men, and I can't do math. That's the reason why I
Right.
can't do math.
I mean, so it's number one. It's really difficult to do an X-Men movie correctly.
Disagree.
Well, obviously it must be difficult because no one's done it yet.
No, I just don't think. I think everyone. I think the problem is the same thing with Hollywood is like, you take a property and you're like, this is a cool idea, but I'm a creative individual and I want to put my spin on it, and sometimes the spin doesn't work.
They mix up a lot of things, I feel, in the movies.
Right.
And that's frustrating for a fan. Now, my husband, who doesn't know anything about the X-Men, loved the movies because he had no kind of preconception of what was supposed to happen, and he enjoyed them.
Right.
So I could see that, but I got frustrated.
I I can look at them and take them as movies. I haven't watched them in a while as a collective, but I think the problem is that they're looking at the wrong characters. They're really focused on Charles Xavier and Magneto, which are like Charles Xavier runs the school of mutants. So it's like he's like Dumbledore. He's a bald wheelchair bound Dumbledore. He's got a whole school of mutants. He's trained.
So are they? Okay, so if he's like Dumbledore, is Magneto like Harry?
Magneto's kind of like a
Voldemort. He's
I would okay. So Voldemort has he's kind of like a Voldemort, but he doesn't really want world domination. He just wants people to leave him alone.
Well, at some point, he does want to kind of take over because he's sick and tired of the humans.
Yeah,
he wants mutants to be.
So I'm trying to break this down in Harry Potter terms.
Yeah.
So, all right. So Muggles hate wizards in the X-Men universe. Hate them completely. Like it's like they're racist toward them.
Yeah. So humans hate mutants.
Yeah, humans
Just like
So it's like reverse though.
Right. It's right reverse and like hate.
So
And
we've got a whole bunch of Vernons walking around.
right.
Okay, okay.
So
I'm with you.
And so there's kind of two factions. You've got Charles Xavier, who's got a school of mutants that he's like, we're going to try to help humanity and everything's we're going to prove to them that we're good people. And then you got Magneto in his group who's like, yeah, screw that. We're just going to do our thing, try to find a place to live and we'll force our way into their society.
right. He's kind of the mind frame. We're superior. We shouldn't have to bow down to the humans, or abide by their rules or laws or whatnot.
Okay. All right.
And so that causes conflict.
Well, naturally.
So that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
conflict there. So, but they don't get it right. So,
How did this X-Men thing start?
like the comics,
No. Our conversation about it.
because
I'm going to go see Dark Phoenix.
Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out how we started that.
I just randomly went X-Men.
Yeah. But so Dark Phoenix, I take it, is a mutant.
Yeah.
I use the word.
Look at you! Look at you!
Yes, she is.
Yeah, she is.
Cool.
And so we'll talk about it in the next mini episode because I'm curious your thoughts, and then I'm just curious about your comments.
All right, cool. I'll be here for comments.
Awesome. I'm glad you'll be here for comments. Also this week, it's the 35th anniversary of Ghostbusters. which is an amazing film.
I have seen that.
Oh, I was about to ask.
I have seen the first one and then the new one.
All right, but you've not seen the second one. The second one's not bad.
See, I've never seen the new one.
Oh, I love the new one.
I'm not fond of it.
I love it.
I couldn't. I'm not going to watch it.
I like Kristen Wiig's really funny in it, and Leslie Jones is funny, and Chris Hemsworth steals it.
Yeah, he's great.
He's great in it, but it's so. It really tries to rely on that funny and build a story around it, and I don't think he did that well.
Do you think there's going to be more?
There's one coming out next year. It's by Ivan Reitman's son, who I cannot think of his name at the moment. But it's got I think there's a cast for it too, but it's going to branch off from the original one.
Oh wait, it's not going to have the same people?
No.
I'm over it.
Yeah, the Sony one, the last Sony one didn't do. I mean, it did all right, but it didn't crazy well. So they're trying to do another reboot.
So is it going to be like a continuation of the newest one, or are they just going to start all over again and try again?
So I think they're going to start over and try again, but it's linked to the first one because apparently they've got Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver, yeah, I knew Sigourney Weaver, and I can't think of Winston's name at the moment. So that's all three living Ghostbusters.
Winston is not listed in the cast yet.
I know they've all looked at the script.
Oh, but
Ernie
Finn Wolfhound is going to be in it.
Yeah, so it's about
Wolfhard,
yeah,
whatever.
Who's in
Who's
Stranger
that?
Things? He's in Stranger Things. He's
Oh, I recognize him. I've seen that.
I'm glad you've seen Stranger Things. But so because I guess that's the thing now, since it's most popular in Stranger Things, popular. We're doing creepy movies with kids. And so, I mean, that's the new Child's Play.
Sells.
I mean, that's why we have
Kids
new
are
Child's
creepy.
Yeah, they are. That's why we have a new Child's Play. I mean, that's why, which is also, that comes out next weekend. So we'll be seeing that one. That should be fun. But I learned something interesting about Ghostbusters that I did not know. I saw I did not see Ghostbusters in the theaters. And I was, 35, so I was 6, almost 7 when it was coming out. And I was trying to figure out why I didn't see it, and then I realized. Well, I didn't realize that someone told me, the internet. Gremlins came out the same day, so we went and saw Gremlins instead.
Oh, okay.
And
You had to pick.
right, and so we had to pick. I didn't realize that Gremlins was a summer movie. I thought it was because it happens at Christmas. I have always thought it came out at holiday time.
I thought it was a Christmas movie as well.
Yeah, I thought it came out at. I mean, it
weird.
is a Christmas movie, but I thought it came out at Christmas. No, it's.
I didn't see Gremlins in the theater. Like we rented it, on VHS from our local VHS rental place.
Oh, back in the day.
Back in the day. Yeah.
Did you always rewind?
I did. I was really good about it. I was kind of afraid not to because of all the signs. That's back when I was good.
That was good.
But so yeah, Ghostbusters and Gremlins came out on the same day. It's crazy, and so did Spy Hard, or not Spy Hard, but Top Secret.
I've never heard of that.
You've never heard of Top Secret? It's funny. It has an underwater bar fight.
No, I totally have never heard of
Yeah,
that.
Top Secret.
Huh.
Yeah, so it was Gremlins, Ghostbusters, and Top Secret, and I recommend them. They're all good movies.
So I have a question.
Sure.
If Gremlins came out in summer, do you happen to know how well it did off the top of your head? Or you
No,
don't?
but I can find out.
And do you think it would have done better if it came out at Christmas time?
All right, so that's a good thing to look up. So we will do that.
This is why I'm here.
All right, Gremlins. Oh wow. So okay, here's the question. So the weekend was June 8th through the 10th, 1984. What do you think did better, Ghostbusters or Gremlins?
Well, I'm going to say Gremlins because you didn't even know. No?
I'm going to say Ghostbusters because of the star factor.
So do you think either Ghostbusters or Gremlins was number one, or you think something beat it?
I think that spy movie beat it.
All right, so you think Top Secret beat it?
I think Ghostbusters is probably number one.
You are correct. Ghostbusters is number one. Gremlins was number two, but it was real close. 13 million. Ghostbusters, 12 million. Gremlins. It was real close.
And what year was that?
1984.
So the reason why is because this little thing called Saturday Night Live, and they had big stars like Dan Aykroyd,
Yeah, that was that's where he came
Bill
from.
Murray.
Yeah. All that stuff came prior to this.
So it's like getting to see the people that they get to see on TV in a movie.
It was a really good weekend that weekend. It was you had Ghostbusters and Gremlins debut. It was the second week for Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Oh, that was a great movie.
Did 12 million as well, followed by Star Trek 3: The Search for Spock, which did 9 million.
That was a good movie.
And it was in its
I have seen neither of those.
second week.
Wait, back up. You have not seen Indiana Jones?
I'm no longer surprised that Justina hasn't seen movies.
I'm just like, oh my gosh, what?
Number 8 was Breakin'.
I can't even.
But you know Breakin', right?
I've
hold
seen it.
Have you seen Breakin'?
I know. I don't even know what this is.
Okay, so what do you think Breakin' is about?
Okay, Breakin', like you're Breaking Bad?
Breakin',
Like
yeah, Breakin'. BERAKIN apostrophe.
Oh,
No
that's
G.
Sassy. First of all, that's sassy. So I feel like it has hoodlums in it. Okay.
Like soccer hooligans?
Yes, but they go around. Okay. They go around breaking into people's houses because they're trying to get out of their bad situations. And it's called breaking. Because breaking, like you're breaking in, but you're breaking.
I like it. Stephanie, is she right?
Absolutely not.
No, you're not
You're
right.
not even close. You're not even close.
No. She mentioned the streets.
There was a street.
I wouldn't call them hoodlums.
No, I wouldn't call them hoodlums. I would call them dancers.
Oh.
It's about break dancing.
I went the wrong way with that.
You did.
That's great.
So and I just rounding out number 10 was Police Academy, which is about a police academy, but it's funny.
That was an excellent week for movies.
It was a great week for 1984. That wasn't bad. So,
Which is also interesting. Why Gremlins came out that week, and if so many other things did, why wouldn't they wait? I wonder why that decision was made.
I'm very curious about that too. That's interesting. I'm gonna see if I can get if I can find if I can get a December 1984. Let's see.
What came out in December? Because they make decisions based on what might be coming out that they have to come up against.
It would feel like with all the other things coming out, they might not have wanted to do it in June. But then again, I guess it does depend on what came out in December. The December movie being big isn't a newer thing, is it? I know that's going to see the movies during Christmas time
here are the December movies.
Okay.
Beverly Hills Cop was number 1. 2010 with number 2. City Heat, Dune, Starman were the top 5. There's a Pinocchio reissue. The Cotton Club Flamingo Kid. Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo.
See, I would have.
See, I didn't know Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo came out the same year. So I learned something every day.
Oh, it is the same year.
It is the same year. It was like 6 months later. Like, we got to make another Breakin' movie.
Well, there was also The Terminator.
But not in December.
Yes, December.
December?
No, wait. 1984. December 1984. Yeah, I'm looking at it right here.
Wow.
See?
Oh, you're like, oh yeah, sure. Well, I guess but it released in November.
So what weekend was that?
Well, I'm looking at the first
I went by month, so November.
Oh, Amadeus came out.
Oh yeah, Amadeus. I love Amadeus.
I know that song.
A Nightmare on Elm Street came out.
Yeah, Elm Street came out. So did Supergirl. Supergirl's terrible. I love it.
Interesting.
So I think Gremlins did a safe bet as a summer movie. I think it would have a lot of competition.
I wonder if it also, because it has the kid factor.
Yeah.
And it's summertime.
Sometime when we get the kids to watch it. Well, let's wrap up. We've kept everyone waiting long enough.
Oh.
So we're going to talk about next week's movie, so you guys can prepare.
I hope you guys are all prepared for this too.
I'm totally prepared for this.
All right. So next week we're watching a movie called Star Trek: First Contact.
All right.
So Jestina,
Okay.
what do you think Star Trek: First Contact is about?
So I know some things about Star Trek based on fandom and life because I don't live under a rock. I just have not seen it. Well, it's the first time they've
Have
been
you not seen the rock
contacted.
you live under, right?
Right, correct. So I don't know what the top looks like. So they do that weird thing with the hand that I can do.
The Vulcan salute is what she's trying to do.
Okay, no, I'm trying. I did it. It's either this or this, but either way, I can do it. It means nothing to me, so I'm sorry.
It means
for those
live long
that
and
want
prosper.
to do it and can't do it. I apologize. I will do it for you whenever you need me to. So
Our next
they
live
do
appearance.
that. They're in space. So I imagine it's the first time they've. Okay, let's be First Contact. They've been floating around in space for a while in a colony. Let's go back to Wall-E. You know how they went off into space?
Yeah, well, I've
So
seen, yeah.
if that was what happened, but they didn't all live in chairs, you would get the people in Star Trek, okay? And they've been living in space, and this is the first time they have been contacted, like in Wall-E when they got the plant, and now they're going out to voyage to new places because there's life.
Okay, so now I need to ask you, because you mentioned the Vulcan salute, which Vulcan do you think is in this movie?
Oh my gosh, that's a question that I have to answer. Are there more than one?
Well, it's a race of people.
Okay. I didn't realize there were different races in this movie. I just thought they were all the same. Kind of like, humans.
There are some.
No, one of them has a weird thing on his head and
That's called a Klingon.
Don't tell her yet.
okay, so that's not even a Vulcan. So are they bird people? You know what? That doesn't even matter. Wait.
This is my favorite segment.
Okay, hang on.
I should just make this the podcast. Just name a movie and have
a
it.
name because I know none of them. So I'm going to say Bob.
Bob-
Bob is the Vulcan.
Okay, so let me recap and see if I got this right.
How great would it be if his name was Bob?
Star Trek First Contact is about Bob, the Vulcan,
Correct.
to do a salute, finds a message or like a plant from Wall-E,
Correct.
so his colony of people can now go to the next place.
They're voyaging now.
They're
yes.
voyaging.
There's something they're
They're voyaging.
floating in space because they didn't realize they should or could voyage, and then they were like, "Hey guys, this is a sign. Let's voyage.
Well,
Live long and prosper." Right?
Right.
Okay.
Well, we'll find out next week if Jestina is correct.
Yes, we
You
will.
guys are also anxious to find out. I know you are.
Well, I am your Native American pop culture spirit guide and keeper of the Sarcoidosis, Scotty, and I'm joined by.
You're a facilitator of fun and the lady of libations, Stephanie.
The Neo something, Justina. I'm from the Matrix.
And we're saying this is our contribution to the multiverse. Go out and make yours!
Thank you for listening to the Mobcast Network.